Our planet is home to some of the most incredible creatures you could ever imagine, and some of them are truly giants. From towering mammals to enormous birds, and from massive reptiles to underwater monsters, nature has crafted animals so large and powerful they almost seem unreal. Thanks to modern cameras, drones, and wildlife footage, we can witness these giants up close, seeing their strength, intelligence, and unique behaviors in ways that were once impossible. In this countdown, we explore few of the largest and most astonishing animals ever captured on camera, revealing a side of nature that's both breathtaking and unforgettable. Number 20. Orangutan. Filmed near a remote village, this towering orangutan looked so massive that people briefly thought they'd spotted Bigfoot. Orangutans are the largest tree-dwelling mammals alive today. Adult males can stand close to 5 feet tall and weigh between 100 and 200 pounds, with arms long and powerful enough to carry their entire body through the canopy. Females are smaller, but still remarkably strong and agile. The biggest ever recorded, a Borneo male named Ko, reportedly stood over 5.5 feet tall and weighed around 250 pounds. Size isn't their only weapon. Orangutans are famously intelligent, using sticks to extract insects and even holding leaves overhead like makeshift umbrellas during rain. They live mostly solitary lives, mothers raising young alone in dense forests. And yet even these giants are dwarfed by their ancient cousin, Gigantopithecus, a prehistoric ape from Asia that may have stood over 10 feet tall and weighed well over 1,000 pounds, the largest ape ever. Number 19. Pangolin. At first glance, it looks like an animal wrapped in armor, but this creature is very real. The pangolin is the only mammal on Earth covered head to tail in overlapping scales made of keratin, the same material as human fingernails. When threatened, it curls into a tight ball, turning itself into a living shield. Pangolins feed almost entirely on ants and termites, using long, sticky tongues that can stretch over 16 inches to empty nests in minutes. Depending on the species, they can grow from about 1 foot to more than 3 feet long. Mostly active at night, they rely on an incredible sense of smell rather than sight to navigate forests and grasslands across Africa and Asia. But despite looking unstoppable, pangolins are extremely vulnerable. They are the most illegally trafficked mammals in the world, hunted for meat and scales, making every sighting on camera rare and urgent. Number 18. Jimbo the Kodiak bear. Now meet Jimbo, a bear so massive he looked less like wildlife and more like a moving wall of muscle. Jimbo was a legendary Kodiak bear who lived at a wildlife center in Otisville, New York, and he quickly became famous for his unbelievable size and gentle nature. At his peak, Jimbo weighed more than 1,400 pounds and could stand nearly 9 feet tall. When he rose on his hind legs, he was taller than most doorways and wider than a small car. But what made Jimbo truly unforgettable wasn't just his size, it was his temperament. Despite being one of the largest bears ever kept in captivity, Jimbo was calm, curious, and deeply bonded with his caretaker, Jim Kowalczyk. Raised from a cub, Jimbo trusted humans in a way few bears ever do. Videos of Jim scratching Jimbo's massive head or standing beside him showed a level of trust that felt almost unreal. Kodiak bears are already among the largest land predators on Earth, but Jimbo stood apart even among his own kind. His sheer scale forced anyone nearby to rethink what big really means. Yet Jimbo proved that size doesn't always equal aggression. When treated with patience and respect, even a giant capable of incredible power can show gentleness. Jimbo passed away in 2018 at the age of 24, but his legacy lives on as a reminder that compassion can exist even at the largest scale nature allows. To millions online, he became proof that giants can inspire awe without fear and leave lasting memories behind forever. Number 17. Zeus the Shire horse. Next comes Zeus, a horse so large he didn't just impress crowds, he rewrote record books. Zeus was a Shire horse, one of the heaviest breeds ever developed, and he stood over 6.5 feet tall at the shoulder. Weighing close to 3,000 pounds, he looked less like a farm animal and more like a walking machine. Shire horses were bred in England for brutal work, hauling wagons, plows, and carts long before engines existed. Zeus embodied that history perfectly. Every step showed raw strength built for pulling impossible loads, but size wasn't his only headline. Despite his massive frame, Zeus was calm, gentle, and remarkably well-behaved. People were shocked by how softly he moved and how patient he was around humans. He was often compared to legendary giants like Big Jake and Samson, horses famous for their extreme size. Zeus didn't live long after gaining fame, but the footage of him endures, a reminder that sometimes the biggest giants are also the kindest of all. Number 16. Zeus the Great Dane. Imagine walking into your kitchen and realizing your dog doesn't need a bowl. He drinks straight from the sink. That was everyday life with Zeus, the tallest dog ever recorded. This Great Dane wasn't just big, he was unreal. When standing on his hind legs, Zeus stretched over 7 feet tall and weighed around 155 pounds. He was taller than most adults and heavier than many of them too. Seeing him move through a house felt like watching a small horse navigate a living room. Zeus lived in the United States and quickly became a global sensation. Photos of him towering over people, resting his head on countertops, or casually leaning against furniture went viral for one simple reason: scale. Everything around him looked too small. Door frames, couches, even humans seemed undersized next to his massive frame. But what truly made Zeus special wasn't his height, it was his personality. Despite his size, he was calm, friendly, and incredibly gentle. He didn't act like a giant, he behaved like a laid-back family dog who just happened to be enormous. People who met him often said the same thing. He was surprisingly careful, as if he knew exactly how big he was. Zeus passed away in 2014 due to old age, but his legacy still stands tall. When people talk about gentle giants, Zeus isn't just an example, he's the definition. And if anyone ever asks, who's the biggest boy? The answer is still Zeus. Number 15. Blossom the cow. Meet Blossom, a cow so enormous she redefined what it means to be tall. Standing an astonishing 6 feet 4 inches, she was taller than most grown men and nearly double the size of an average cow. Weighing around 2,000 pounds, Blossom's massive frame made her a true giant of the pasture. Despite her size, she was gentle and calm, a creature whose presence inspired awe rather than fear. Blossom made history by earning the Guinness World Record as the tallest cow ever recorded. Farmers and visitors alike were stunned by her sheer scale. Walking beside her felt like standing next to a small horse. Her calm demeanor, paired with her incredible size, made her a star in her own right. Sadly, Blossom passed away in 2015 due to a leg injury, but her legacy lives on. Even today, she remains the queen of tall cows, a symbol of nature's surprising and unforgettable extremes. Number 14. Gorilla. Brace yourself for one of the most powerful land mammals on Earth, the gorilla. Captured on camera in India, this massive silverback looks like something straight out of a movie. Standing upright, he's estimated at over 7 feet tall, taller than most basketball players, and nearly as heavy as a small car. With broad shoulders, thick arms, and incredible grip strength, this gorilla is a force of nature. One wrong move could be dangerous, yet seeing him in the wild is awe-inspiring rather than terrifying. Gorillas are intelligent and social creatures, living in family groups and communicating with gestures, sounds, and expressions. They mostly eat plants and fruit, becoming aggressive only if threatened. Watching a gorilla of this size interact with its environment highlights just how strong and agile these giants truly are. Their calm presence, combined with immense power, makes them unforgettable. Up close, it's impossible not to respect their sheer physicality and intelligence. Gorillas like this remind us that some of the strongest creatures on Earth are also some of the most gentle, a balance that's as rare as it is remarkable. Number 13. Shoebill stork. Standing silently in the wetlands of East Africa, the shoebill stork is a bird that looks like it walks straight out of a prehistoric era. At 4 to 5 feet tall with a wingspan approaching 8 feet, this giant bird is impossible to miss. Its massive shoe-shaped beak, nearly 8 inches long, is both iconic and functional, designed to snatch fish, frogs, young crocodiles, and even small birds with a single crushing snap. Watching it hunt is like witnessing a predator frozen in time. The shoebill stands motionless for minutes, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, and then suddenly lunges with terrifying precision. But it isn't just its size or hunting skills that make the shoebill unforgettable. Its deep, booming calls sound like gunfire echoing across the swamp, adding to its otherworldly presence. Locals sometimes call it a living fossil because it seems untouched by time. Despite its formidable appearance, the shoebill is vulnerable. Habitat loss from shrinking wetlands threatens its survival, making sightings rare and precious. Every glimpse of this giant bird is a reminder of the wonders still hidden in nature's remote corners. A creature that is as eerie as it is majestic, a true giant of the skies and swamps. Number 12. Aragon the bull. Meet Aragon, often called the most muscular bull in the world, and it's easy to see why. He's a Belgian blue, a breed famous for double muscling, a rare genetic mutation that causes muscles to grow continuously, almost as if nature forgot to set a limit. The result is a walking powerhouse, bulging shoulders, thick legs, and a back so broad it looks sculpted by a professional bodybuilder. Standing next to Aragon, you'd swear he belongs in a gym, not a pasture. Belgian blues like Aragon can weigh over 2,000 pounds, but Aragon's definition and sheer mass make him extraordinary, even among his own kind. Every step he takes demonstrates raw power, and his strut looks more like a display of dominance than a walk across a field. Yet despite this incredible muscle, Aragon isn't just a showpiece. He's a living example of a breed built for strength. These bulls are fascinating not only for their size, but also for the challenges that come with it. Natural births are often difficult, requiring C-sections, and their extreme muscle can make them more fragile than they appear. Still, Aragon stands as a true icon of nature's extremes, a living testament to what happens when evolution and genetics push strength to its absolute limit. Number 11. Giant otter. In the waterways of southern Brazil, the giant otter rules its domain with surprising ferocity. One remarkable encounter captured on camera shows 2 jaguar sisters, Madrosa and Jaju, eyeing a lone otter, likely expecting an easy meal. What happened next stunned everyone. Instead of fleeing, the otter stood its ground, and within moments, its entire family, known as a raft, arrived to defend it. Together, they forced the jaguars to retreat, proving that size isn't the only measure of power. Teamwork can turn the tables on even the most feared predators. Giant otters can grow up to 6 feet long and weigh around 75 pounds, making them the largest otters in the world. Their long, streamlined bodies and webbed feet make them exceptional swimmers, able to chase fish and navigate rivers with incredible speed and agility. Locals often call them water jaguars for their hunting skills and protective nature. These otters are not solitary hunters. Family bonds are vital. A single otter rarely faces danger alone. Rafts work together to catch prey and defend territory. This rare footage reminds us that the wild isn't just about strength or size. Intelligence, cooperation, and courage can make even smaller animals formidable. In this moment, the river didn't belong to the jaguars, it belonged to the otters, masters of their watery world. Number 10. Darius the rabbit. This rabbit is so enormous it could easily stretch across your entire couch. A continental giant rabbit, it belongs to a breed known for extraordinary size. At just 1 year old, it already measures nearly 3 feet 8 inches long, and it's still growing. Its father is even bigger, stretching over 4 feet long, showing just how massive this rabbit could become. Rabbits approaching 4 feet in length are extremely rare, making this one truly remarkable. Despite its size, the rabbit is gentle, calm, and affectionate. It munches on vegetables, enjoys cuddles, and has become a small celebrity among rabbit enthusiasts worldwide. Watching it hop or stretch out, you're struck by the contrast between its enormous frame and the delicate, agile movements typical of rabbits. Continental giant rabbits like this one show that even familiar animals can surprise us with extreme forms. They push the boundaries of what we think is possible, proving that in the world of animals, the extraordinary is always within reach. This giant bunny is a perfect example of nature or careful breeding, producing creatures that inspire awe at every turn. Number 9. Cassius the crocodile. Now imagine standing next to a crocodile longer than most cars. That's Cassius, the largest crocodile ever kept in captivity, measuring an astonishing 18 feet from snout to tail and weighing over 2,900 pounds. This reptile is a living relic from the age of dinosaurs. Every movement, from a slow sway of the tail to a shift of its massive jaw, radiates power. Watching him in his specially built enclosure in Australia is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. One wrong step, and you're reminded that humans are no longer at the top of the food chain. Crocodiles are already some of the most formidable predators on Earth, with crushing jaws, lightning-fast reflexes, and thick armor-like skin. But Cassius takes that to an entirely new level. His sheer size alone makes him almost mythical, a walking reminder of nature's extremes. Despite living in captivity, his presence commands respect and caution. Encounters with crocodiles this massive are extraordinarily rare. Most people will never see one this size in their lifetime, and even researchers approach with extreme care. Cassius isn't just a crocodile, he's a living legend, proof that nature can produce creatures both terrifying and magnificent. Watching him move through the water or rest in his enclosure, you're reminded that some giants truly belong to a world far older and wilder than ours. Number 8. Caucasian Godzilla. Prepare to meet Godzilla. Real name, Zafir. A dog so massive he seems straight out of a fantasy film. This Caucasian shepherd isn't just large, he's a towering guardian built to awe and intimidate. Weighing over 300 pounds with a thick mane and broad, powerful frame, Zafir looks more like a bear than a typical dog. Standing next to him, even full-grown adults feel small, and one glance at his size is enough to make strangers pause in surprise. Caucasian shepherds were originally bred in the mountains of Eastern Europe and Russia to protect livestock from wolves, leopards, and even bears. Strength, courage, and fearlessness are in their DNA, and Zafir embodies all of it. His enormous paws, muscular legs, and deep bark make him a formidable protector, yet behind all that size is a heart equally large. With his family, he is calm, loving, and gentle, showing that even the most intimidating giants can be loyal companions. What makes Zafir unforgettable isn't just his size, it's the balance of power and temperament. One moment, he towers over people like a guardian from a legend. The next, he rests his massive head on a loved one's lap, soft and affectionate. Seeing a dog of this scale in person is surreal, a reminder that nature, through selective breeding and guardianship, can create creatures that are as gentle as they are monumental. Number 7. Giant squid. Deep beneath the ocean's surface lurks one of the most mysterious and legendary creatures alive today, the giant squid. Rarely seen by humans, these elusive cephalopods can grow to unimaginable sizes, with some estimates suggesting fully grown individuals reach up to 40 feet. The one captured near the surface, however, measured around 12 feet. Still enormous, but likely just a juvenile. Its long, curling tentacles and massive eyes give it an almost alien appearance, a reminder of how much of the deep sea remains unexplored. Giant squids have inspired myths for centuries. Most famously, the Kraken, a legendary sea monster sailors feared could drag entire ships underwater, and it's easy to see why. Their sheer size, combined with powerful tentacles lined with suckers and hooks, makes them formidable hunters in the dark ocean depths. Despite their terrifying appearance, they are elusive and not known to attack humans, preferring to remain hidden far below the waves. Seeing a giant squid near the surface is a rare and breathtaking event. The sudden appearance of such a creature reminds us of the ocean's untamed mysteries, where some of the largest animals on Earth remain largely unseen. These encounters blur the line between legend and reality, showing that even today the seas hold secrets that challenge our imagination. Number 6. Giant anteater. In the vast wetlands of Brazil's Pantanal, the giant anteater moves with a quiet power that belies its size. At up to 8 feet long and weighing around 140 pounds, this unusual mammal looks almost prehistoric, with its long snout, bushy tail, and clawed forelimbs. Its primary diet consists of ants and termites, which it consumes with a long, sticky tongue capable of flicking thousands of insects per minute. Despite its appearance, it's not a creature built for speed or aggression, yet it's well equipped to defend itself if necessary. One rare encounter captured on camera shows a massive male jaguar creeping toward a giant anteater, likely expecting an easy meal. But instead of fleeing, the anteater remained calm, relying on its size, claws, and thick skin for protection. Remarkably, the jaguar chose to back down, sparing the anteater and demonstrating that even predators respect this unusual giant. Giant anteaters are solitary and methodical, spending most of their time foraging slowly across forests and grasslands. They have no teeth, but their claws are formidable weapons, and their sense of smell is incredibly acute. This rare footage highlights a powerful lesson. In the wild, survival isn't just about attacking. Sometimes it's about strategy, size, and knowing when to stand your ground. Number 5. Roger the kangaroo. In the rugged outback of Australia, the red kangaroo reigns as the largest and most powerful marsupial on Earth. Towering up to 6 feet tall and weighing over 200 pounds, these giants are nearly half muscle, built for both survival and combat. Male kangaroos fight for dominance and the right to mate, using their powerful hind legs to deliver bone-crushing kicks and their muscular tails for balance. Their movements are a mix of hopping, pushing off the ground, and swinging with remarkable agility, a display of strength and stamina honed by evolution. Among these impressive giants, Roger stands out as a legend. Living at the Kangaroo Sanctuary in Alice Springs, Roger became famous worldwide when a video went viral in 2015, showing him crushing a metal bucket with his bare paws. At 6.5 feet tall, his massive chest and jacked arms made him look more like a pro wrestler than a marsupial. Roger wasn't just strong, he dominated other males, protecting his territory and exemplifying the natural power of his species. But what made Roger truly remarkable was his personality. Despite his size and incredible strength, he was calm, intelligent, and even gentle around humans and other kangaroos. Number 4. Eurasian eagle owl. With a wingspan of nearly 6.5 feet and weighing up to 10 pounds, it's the largest owl in the world, bigger than some small dogs. Its glowing orange eyes and massive ear tufts give it a presence that feels almost otherworldly, especially when it appears silently in the darkness. Eagle owls are expert hunters, relying on stealth, strength, and precision. Their flight is nearly silent, allowing them to swoop down on prey without warning. Rabbits, rodents, and even other birds often fall victim to their sharp talons, while their powerful beak delivers a fatal strike. The females are typically larger than the males, making them the queens of the night. Their thick feathers, broad wings, and muscular build allow them to carry prey that seems disproportionate to their own size. Number 3. Giant stingray. Discovered in Cambodia, this giant can weigh an astonishing 720 pounds and stretch over 13 feet from nose to tail. Its wide, pancake-shaped body and long, whip-like tail tipped with a venomous barb make it look almost like a creature from a science fiction film. Most freshwater stingrays are far smaller, making this discovery truly extraordinary. These giants spend much of their time hidden beneath sand or mud on the riverbed, waiting patiently for prey. Their diet usually consists of fish and invertebrates, which they capture with precision and skill. Despite their intimidating size and appearance, freshwater stingrays are generally non-aggressive toward humans, posing little threat if left undisturbed. Their size, however, commands respect in their aquatic environment, where they are apex survivors. Finding a stingray this massive is also a sign of a healthy river system. Animals of this size need abundant food, clean water, and safe habitats to thrive, meaning rivers like the Mekong still hold pockets of pristine ecosystems. Sadly, pollution, overfishing, and habitat destruction are putting these freshwater giants at risk, making encounters with them increasingly rare. Number 2. Gambian rat. Now imagine a rat the size of a small dog, 4 times bigger than the city rodents we usually see. This is the giant Gambian pouched rat, a species known for reaching up to 3 feet in length and weighing nearly 4 pounds. Its size alone is enough to make anyone do a double take, but these rats are more than just enormous. They are highly intelligent, resourceful, and surprisingly agile. Gambian pouched rats have strong legs, long tails, and large cheeks they can puff out to store food, making them perfectly adapted for survival in the wild. What makes them even more remarkable is their unique relationship with humans. In parts of Africa, they are trained to sniff out landmines and detect tuberculosis, showcasing a level of intelligence and trainability that's rare for rodents. Despite their usefulness, encountering one of these giants in a living room or backyard would be nothing short of shocking. Number 1. Tibetan mastiff. This isn't your typical family pet. These dogs are massive, often weighing over 300 pounds and sporting thick manes that give them the appearance of a lion. With broad shoulders, a powerful frame, and a deep, commanding bark, they were built for protection, originally guarding villages, monasteries, and livestock from predators like wolves, leopards, and even bears. Tibetan mastiffs combine raw power with intelligence and loyalty. They are fearless and independent, yet deeply connected to their families, forming strong bonds that make them both protectors and companions. Their size and strength make them impressive, but their calm and thoughtful nature sets them apart from other giant breeds. Unlike ordinary house dogs, owning a Tibetan mastiff requires space, patience, and respect. They aren't pets to be taken lightly. Which one of these incredible giants captured your imagination the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through the world's largest animals, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more amazing wildlife adventures. Nature is full of surprises, and we've only just scratched the surface.